is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Players Lounge, let's ride.
We back, baby.
Here we are, off the bye week, back to the regular season of football. The Cowboys on Sunday will travel out to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California for NBC Sunday Night Football. Hek'ma Harrison is here. Barry Church is here. I'm Newy Scruggs. This show is brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Had seen each other for a minute.
It's been a minute.
A little shuffle on shows last week.
What you learned? Well, you didn't go anywhere. You were right here. You didn't change times. You know, is that what it is? You don't have to change seats. You don't do none of that.
You was with the veteran players. You was with Nate. Who else? Everson was on there.
Yes.
Holly was out here.
Yeah.
Y'all held it down. I like what I heard. Y'all held it down.
It was good, man. I think I asked like 3 questions, and then they took care of everything else, man. It was fun. It was fun. They just went, shoo. Good
Where
stuff.
sit back and put on autopilot, huh?
It was enlightening, and it was like one of the questions I asked him was, who was your favorite position coach and why? And heck, you played college ball. I think people understand when you go start playing at college and you play in the pros, you get a position and you spend so much time with that guy, and ultimately there's somebody who made you a better player, 100%. And in some cases a better person.
Yeah.
Who was that for you?
Jim Levitt.
Oh yeah, ended up coaching in South Florida.
Yeah,
that's right.
Jim Levitt. I would credit him for that, man. He was probably the first person that ever tapped into my maniac. You understand that there?
Brought out the heck.
Yeah, you realize that you're playing at this level, but then there's a whole nother level to be at, and he was that dude for me that kind of like showed me like this is the level of football that you can play. This is the way it's supposed to be played.
At K-State?
At K-State. So yeah, man, he was incredible.
Yeah, he had a good head coaching career. He started that program at South Florida down there for years.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He's had some other things follow him with other players over the years, building that USF roster. I think he started that thing from the ground up, basically.
Trailers.
And was a defensive coordinator, linebacker coach for the San Francisco 49ers. Great guy.
There we go.
What about you?
I had 2, to be honest with you. Earlier, in my first, I believe, 2 years, it was Brett Maxey. So he was my safeties coach, man. Yeah.
Brett Maxey went to Madison High School in Dallas,
word?
and I went to Lincoln. So we were rival schools. Every time I see him, I always call it wrong school. I don't even call him by his name. Big time. Went to the league and everything. Brett Maxey.
That's
wrong
my
school.
guy. I still talk to him to this day, and he was very important to me as my formative years in the National Football League, trying to show me how to navigate this thing and the ins and outs. And so he was very important, to my career early on. And then as I developed into the player I was, it was Jerome Henderson, who was here. I think he was here for about 4. I had him for about 4 or 5 years here, and he was outstanding. He really taught me how to approach the game mentally as far as film study and making sure, we both understood I wasn't the fastest guy out there, so I had to make sure I knew what the opponent was doing ahead of time to be at the right place at the right time. And he's a guy that showed me all about, breaking down film, tendencies of quarterbacks and how to take advantage of things in that regard. So Henderson and Maxey were my 2, biggest influences as far as coaches is concerned.
Yeah, man, it's huge. And I don't know if you guys are watching any college football this weekend. You see, you see where teams who lose, and all of a sudden if the head coach costs too much to get rid of, the next guy's a coordinator.
Go.
We can't pay our $44 million to get rid of Brett Venables, but we can get rid of Seth Luttrell, the offensive coordinator. I mean, this is. And then we see last night with the Jets, got rid of their head coach.
Good. That's over there.
And it's like, okay, was it really Robert Saleh?
No.
It wasn't.
Yeah, the thing about come on, y'all. Y'all tell the truth about everything, so don't do that with the Jets.
Okay.
Y'all know what's going on in New York right now.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now. Yeah. The owner and the quarterback, whatever kind of coup they thought they could pull off and that was going to change things, no, it's not. They cannot trick football.
No, can't do it.
It's the owner. Because even before Aaron Rodgers got there, the Jets were messy in different ways, and so they're just still messy now.
Did you ever feel like they were building, like before Aaron Rodgers, that they were building to a point? They got the BYU quarterback.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Wilson. I mean, you just felt like they were just a couple of pieces away. And then all of a sudden, I mean, the ebb and flows of that organization. I mean, look, I got troubles of my own.
The Cowboys, Parcells, I'm trying to keep my own house from burning down.
I got troubles of my own. I ain't gonna try to call them out on their stuff.
They let Russ cook yesterday, though.
Yes, they
At least
did.
for 3 quarters. At first, I was like, man, I don't know. This feels looking like it was a bad mistake by Tomlin, but Russ, man, he at least gave those receivers an opportunity.
Right.
And that's all you can do.
And you saw the difference when you have an actual quarterback that can make the throws. And Russ could still, whatever he still have in that pea shooter, he can still get that thing out there.
Yeah.
But then once he realized they were in zone, like you can't tell him what you're in. So then he started picking them apart on the outside. And for a wide receiver like Pickens, that's all he needed. That's all he needed was a guy like Russ.
I'm glad he kept it chill on the pole. You heard him on the post? I thought he was going to go in, but I was like, you know what? Good for Pickens. He kept it.
They set him up. You cringe. You cringe when you, brother, don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, you got out of it.
No, they gave him the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Like them WWEs. He could go in there and cut a promo real quick.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
He could have cut a promo real quick.
Yes, he could have.
But it wasn't the thing to do. And once again, you marvel at how Mike Tomlin just finds ways to get it done.
It's crazy.
He's a Hall of Fame coach. When you start talking about people and you look at who goes into the Hall of Fame, what Mike Tomlin is doing in Pittsburgh is good because neither of these quarterbacks were wanted by anyone. They just weren't. They were, hey, take them. The organization was like, we're good. The Bears are like, yeah, we're done. We're going to go take Caleb Williams, Sean Payton, embarrass Russ, and take him, go. And so here's Tomlin winning with those guys.
And I guess, I don't know about you guys, we've got an opportunity to watch so much football over the weekend, just guys not calling dumb football. They say, just don't be a dumb coach. And so many of the upper echelon teams, I promise you, when it gets to the playoffs, they're going to give you an opportunity because you got a dumb coach. They just make dumb decisions. And Tomlin doesn't do anything to beat his team. He tries to play it all close to his vest. And I laughed yesterday when they got down into the red zone. Although they didn't get any points, he looked over at Arthur Smith. I don't know what he said, but he said something to Arthur Smith like, don't call no dumb right about now.
And speaking of, kind of dumb stuff, I know he's supposed to be this genius offensive guy, but if you look over at the team we about to play against,
Don't tell me.
In San
What's
Francisco,
about?
I mean, he got a little bit of that Rodgers in him when he's, it ain't my fault. It's Steve Wilkes. It's the person over there. He got a little bit of that in him. I'm just saying. I don't know. We're going to see, though. We're going to see.
The regression of the mean takes place. You can only do so much winning, especially when you don't have Patrick Mahomes. And it comes your way. They're playing a first-place schedule now. People forget Super Bowl losers usually have a tough time making the playoffs next year.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
And now they're facing injuries as well. So the Cowboys are going to go into this game on Sunday against the 49ers with an opportunity.
Can they take advantage, though, Newy? That's the question.
Yeah.
Can they take advantage?
They're going to have
Well,
No, look. Okay, so let's get into
trying
it.
to betting on Mozzie and friends up front.
Oh, yeah, we learned that.
Here's what I see. Honestly, when you talk about Kansas City and San Francisco, I just think that is his arch nemesis, and he falls apart when Andy Reid's across from him. He falls apart. If you've ever had any arch nemesis in life, that's his. That is his. That dude has his number, and there's nothing he can do about it. I mean, he may be able to coach against everybody else. And just 2 weeks ago, everybody's go to the Shanahan school. Go to the Shanahan. No. Andy Reid got his number, and Andy Reid has a defensive coordinator I'm just it's as much credit as they give that offense, and Mahomes is absolutely amazing. He can play whatever speed you want to. You want me to give you 400? I give you 400. I can give you 150. It still make you look bad. But that defense, man, they're playing to a whole nother level. You guys talk about that complementary front and back style of football. When you got a guy like number 95,
he's a game wrecker.
Hey, man.
He's a game
wherever he from, them people eat off the land.
Yeah,
Mississippi State. We went to Mississippi State.
They eat off the land, well, because that's a big old brother, and he is disruptive, and it makes so many things behind him, easy. And teams, people always say, well, teams don't just need one guy. I'll be damned. Give me one of those. If I had one of those, that could cover up a lot of the warts that we got.
because they got one on every level. You talking about Chris Jones, defensive line. You look at the linebacking core. This guy Bolton.
Yes, sir.
He can play. He
sir.
is a player out there. He ain't the big time name, but he is a player. And then in the secondary, you got probably one of the top 3 corners in the National Football League.
Yeah.
When you talk about McDuffie on the outside, great safety and Reed. So they're stacked, man.
Now do the Cowboys.
Yeah.
How much time?
I mean, when we talk about, come on, man, we talk about the elite of the elite. This is, right now, you would say that's the most dominant team in the NFL right now. And there are not a lot of teams that you could say that about. I mean, the parity in the NFL is at an all-time high because you don't know what the heck's going to go on week to week.
Week to week.
Well, you talk about the Chiefs being the 49ers' nemesis. We can say that right now.
This is ours.
Cowboys,
This is ours.
nemesis is the 49ers. And so 2 weeks to get ready. Mike has a good record off bye weeks.
He does. Here it comes.
Boy.
Here it comes.
Oh, he good.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Okay.
Just putting it out there.
He got his number. It's Shanahan. Shanahan has something on Mike, and it may go back all the way to Green Bay days. I don't understand it, but it's that running game. I think the running game and the way that he takes up time of possession, he puts him in a blender. He makes Mike frustrated and come away from his game plan. For me, Coach Zimmer, this game is really about Zimmer and his defense.
Okay.
Because if they can't get any stops, if the 49ers do run the ball between 35 to 40 times, it's a wrap. And you're back in the same place again, regardless of injuries. No, I mean, everybody at this point is dealing with injuries. But it's the embarrassment for me.
I think it's not just Zimmer. They, from an offensive standpoint, they have to run the football to keep the defense off the field because this D, and you just look at the losses. Then the losses, and 3 losses have been bad. Defense is just living out there for over 30 minutes.
Yeah,
They're just not good enough to be out on the football field that long. And then from the red zone standpoint, I mean, you're looking at one of the worst red zone offensive teams in the game. And then the turnover battle, giving the ball away. So defensively, you're correct. They've got issues there, but my gosh, the offense ain't you got to help them a little bit.
Yeah.
The quarterback and wide receiver, I mean, they could come together, get on the same page a little
Some
bit.
semblance of it.
Act like they might like each other. Act like they've seen each other a couple times.
But going into this year, we talk about the run game. That's factual.
Heck, you know that's true. Now.
When you look at this offensive line, we all understood it's young. It's a young offensive line. But I didn't think we would see the struggles of a Zach Martin at that right guard position. I didn't think we would see the struggles of a Terrence Steele on the right side. I know Zach Martin's getting up there in age. There's a lot of football, but, I don't want to say the drop-off was, unbelievable, but it's kind of a roller coaster right now.
It's not him.
It's not him.
It's
Exactly.
not him.
It's not him. So that to me is kind of the alarming part because you're thinking, okay, I got this right side. We thought the struggles was going to be on the left with Guyton.
Bet on it.
But now it's like, where do you go? Your 2 best offensive linemen right now, Tyler Smith, all pro, but Connor Beebe is holding it down in the middle.
He is.
So he's performing better than the right side.
On the break, they talked about some of the issues that he's had, and people have film on him. So it's challenges all the way. Which 2 rookies, yes, you're going to have it. You didn't expect the right side to play
poorly.
Yes.
They've been playing poorly.
Well, they're talking about the twists and stunts. I didn't see the break, the twists and stunts. And I think for any NFL offensive lineman, you're going to struggle with that. Especially depending on conference that you come from. You saw the University of Texas against Georgia, what they struggled with. I mean, it's a different ball game when you get to this level, obviously. I'm just saying what you deal with is in front of you. And I think I trust now what you were saying about BB, that he is, we're giving everybody percentages, he's percentages better than the previous guys that you just named. And I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have guessed that either. But, I mean, right now, Steele is just having some breakdowns. This guy's having some breakdowns. Guyton it's documented, his breakdowns. But guys, and being a broadcaster, as I'm broadcasting games, you tend to fall in love with certain words because you see the same thing 100 times, and you can't describe it the same way over and over again. But time on task is one of the words, one of my comfort words.
I like that one.
It's my comfort. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's time on task. It sounds so good, but I can't say it 100 times. And that's what I have a problem with right now with Dak and CD. These guys have too much time on task to make these kind of mistakes. And when Troy Aikman calls you out on running, and Troy ain't doing it because he's trying to give you a hot take or put you down. It's just what he's seeing. It's just how you call out guys and talk about what you see on film. Yeah. You shouldn't have this, dog. You guys have been together too long not to have that connection at this point.
So you're saying you're not buying we didn't have training camp together anymore storyline?
I think that's already proven itself to be a lie. You can tell me one thing, but you're showing me a whole nother thing when I turn the tape on.
It's not pretty, guys. It is not pretty. It is not pretty. All right. Coming out of the bye week, up next, what's one thing you need to see from this football team? What's one thing you need to see from this football team coming out of the bye?
Yeah.
Newy Scruggs, this is the Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming right here on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys! Back to the Players Lounge.
The Cowboys take on the 49ers in Santa Clara on Sunday, October 27th. So we're hosting another free watch party presented by 7-Eleven. Join us at Miller Lighthouse at AT&T Stadium to watch the game with Cowboy Nation. Cue Thunderstruck because the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are performing and Rowdy will be there too. Watch the game, grab a Slurpee, and cheer loud. Get your tickets at DallasCowboys.com/watch party.
Hek'ma Harrison, appreciate you very much. Got Barry Church in here. I'm Newy Scruggs. This show is brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. We call it the Players Lounge. All right. What's one thing you need to see this week, Hek'ma, from this football team coming off the bye?
You know what? I would pray for one technique, but, look, that's a whole nother prayer. I'm going to pray for this running game to improve. It has to. That's horrible. The effort that we're getting, and I think we knew the signs were going to be there, but to this extent, I don't know that I thought we would be struggling like this just to be able to run the ball, move the chains, keep any balance with our offense. We have got to find a way to establish the running game. It is imperative. If we don't, this season is going to get worse with the opposition, the first place schedule that we're playing, the defenses that we're going to see. And like you just said, man, you said that the offense has to do the defense a favor by at least establishing the run and at least eating up some of that time of possession and scoring.
Yeah, for me, I just got to see two things from this offense. One, you got to be better in the red zone. Yeah. I mean, they're 30th right now in the league in the red zone. And I know, Aubrey's an unbelievable kicker. He's doing his thing out there. But when you get to the red zone, you got to cash in. Against these teams, these playoff teams, 3 points at a time, it's just not going to win. It's just not going to be successful. Not only are you, kicking field goals, but you're turning the football over in the red zone. I mean, that's something that this team didn't do all last season. They were able to capitalize on that, so they've got to get better in the red zone if they want to start winning some of these games and alleviate some of the pressure that this defense has back there right now. And also, it kind of deals with it is you got to be better on third down. Last game, you were 3 of 13 on the money down. Now, I don't know if that's because you're not winning first and second down or the third downs is too long, whatever the case may be, there's too much pressure, whatever the case may be, you got to start winning on these third downs and you got to be better in the red zone or else, this defense is just going to continue to be on the field for long stretches of time. And right now we see that, that's not winning football. That's not the recipe for success.
I'll piggyback on what you said because this defense was built to rush the passer, and they simply can't rush the passer because they don't have any leads.
Nope.
And we don't have the leads because you're sitting around here kicking field goals.
Can't do it.
You're sitting up here with 9 points instead of 21. It's just a different football game for this Cowboys team. You hope Micah Parsons can come back this week. Saw him at the fair last week. Seemed to be walking around just fine. He was there with his daughter. We're watching a donkey being born.
What?
Yeah.
This took a twist. Wow.
There's a whole bunch of livestock in there. So you got goats running around. Yeah. You got kangaroos.
Donkeys being born.
Bull over there. Bison. There was all kind of stuff. And right there was a donkey. And I got some video. I can show you a little bit of it.
It's all good.
Didn't pop out. I left after a while like this. Can you go ahead and get this done? So, yeah, we're all just
I trust you.
So yeah. So like the fair, that's apparently that's a thing where hey, you can watch livestock be born right there at the fair. So so we were standing around watching that. Yeah. So
Micah Parsons,
but he's got to come back. But they've got to. This is an offensive team. Yeah. Okay. The bulk of your money is being spent on the offense, so the offense needs to come through out here, Santa Clara, California, and when we talk about the red zone, the quarterback and the wide receiver who just got big fat paychecks need to start a connection,
something.
Act like you like each other, know each other. Hey, I know you. Oh, this is what we do on going to the end zone. And as somebody said on the Players Lounge show when you guys weren't in last week, you may want to fight for the football. You may want to help protect your quarterback a little bit.
What do you get from that? Like when you see him out there, the ball's in the air, it might not be a perfectly thrown pass, but sometimes receivers they're gonna get in there at least to pretend to be a defender, bat the ball down, show some. It's like when the ball's intercepted, it's just one of these again. Ah, man.
Protect quarterbacks. What was said.
What I shouldn't have to ask guys to do is care. Yeah. I shouldn't have to ask you to care. I should and have the effort to knock this pass down, give us a fighting chance to at least get points. We're in the red zone. We can't afford to have an interception right now, whether it's a great defensive play or not. Yeah. We cannot afford, contend, fight for it. And that's the one thing that you cannot forgive this team for is effort and fight. If you don't have any of that, you just, come on, dog. So it's going to continue to happen.
On then? Like when you talk about the effort of a team to fight, the want-to of a group of unit of men out there, who does that fall on?
I love when you ask rhetorical questions.
Because y'all know. Because there's no K more to blame in this situation.
No.
So where do we go? Offensively, it's been stagnant. You talked about the effort, the fight that this team needs to have, and we just haven't seen it. Yeah. The offense, it's right now it's lacking creativity. There's no balance. It's 45 passes. It's Dak's arms. It's Dak's shoulders. And if he ain't on point, it's a bust right now. I don't know. I don't know where you go with it right now when you talk about offensively. Defensively, you got a lot of people injured. And you playing with a lot of guys that are usually hitting you for 15 to 18 reps. They got to play the entire game right now. So defensively, I'm not saying that's an excuse, but right now it is what it is.
Guys
offensively,
guys in the room. I mean, whether you fire McCarthy and bring in another coach next year, we're going to see a CD Lamb and we're going to see a Dak Prescott here. We're going to see a Micah Parsons. So the guys in the room have to take some ownership in this. I would talk frequently with Rodney Harrison about how things ran in New England, and they talked about that room. Like, yeah, Bill's gonna do this and that, but we have to make each other accountable. They sitting around here. He and Teddy Bruschi sitting around here watching the young ones come in. Oh, bag of McDonald's again. I mean, they're checking guys. They're taking the ownership of it. So the coaches will do there, but you have to be able to look in there. I got to be able to know, Barry going to say something, or Hek'ma going to look at me with a side eye. That's the pressure is what we put on each other. Kind of like when you was growing up. There was just certain stuff you didn't do because you knew, I'm going to hear my dad say nothing to me.
Yeah, that's factual.
So just like that. So same thing with a good team. Hey, man, I don't want to hear from him. I don't want them looking at me that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Coach is going to do whatever they do, but in the room, just the kind of accountability. I remember talking to Terrence Newman. He had this ab injury one year. I'm like, dude, why are you out here? Why don't you say something? I'm not saying anything to the media. I don't want to use an excuse. And I got guys in the room. I need to play. There's other dudes who are playing hurt too. Yeah. I can go out here and play. I ain't going to be 90%, but I'm going to go do my part. That's why I say, in my opinion, this has to go to the room ultimately right now.
Well, I mean, Barrett, to me, and you've been in locker rooms and you know exactly what I'm saying when I say when the hardest workers on your team are your leaders, it makes everything easier. Guys have no excuse. If Barry's the best we got out here and he's working twice as hard as the guy that is, just got here undrafted free agent, and we all know you got your money, you have no excuses.
That's true.
And when these young guys are seeing the millionaires, the guys that are bringing in all the fat, are fighting amongst each other, whatever drama they got going on, like it's silly to me. That doesn't make any sense. But I just talking football, all right, and less the drama is this team is beat up. All right, the team is beat up. Detroit didn't punt.
No.
Detroit didn't punt. So what that says is we have to be perfect in every way offensively. And what offense is perfect every Sunday? And that's what we're asking Dak to do when he's coming back. Hey, punt team ready, they come out, they punt, they come back, and he down by 14, just like that. If they don't take the ball, so you know what I mean? It's like that's how teams are scoring. They're scoring at will. And so by the time you get down by 14, second quarter, you're coming out, you got to put points on the board before half. And then, oh, by the way, they score again?
It's real. And it's got to be embarrassing. And it's got to be embarrassing, for this team to go. I mean, we look at that Detroit game. I hate to keep bringing it up, but these dudes was doing hook and laterals with the left tackle. The left tackle was catching the ball, trying to jump into the end zone. Like you're throwing a fade.
Listen, man, don't do that.
The drive chart,
man. To a tackle.
Don't do that.
That Detroit drive chart.
Don't do that.
Touchdown, field goal, touchdown.
So you breaking up old stuff, though. I'd have had a whole bye week.
Field goal, touchdown, downs, end of game.
That's crazy.
Punter had the day off.
Hey, I compared it on the show I was on to when they put the horse head in his bed in the Godfather.
Man.
I think that's what Dan Campbell came in here and did. I mean, there used to be honor amongst thieves, brother. Like they got to a point where coaches would say, "We ain't gonna do you like this.
We're gonna take some knees.
You
know what I'm saying? We gonna be
embarrassed. Yeah,
he tried to smash on him, and to me, that's like. I saw yesterday in the Kansas City game. Did you see Trent Williams getting to that fight?
Yeah.
Okay. It was minor, all right? But to me, that's Trent Williams sending a message to the rest of these guys. Like, we getting our head bust right now, dog. Y'all don't have no fight whatsoever. We getting this done to us at home. I'm going to get ejected up out of here. Charles Oakley used to do it all the time. Xavier McDaniel, guys back in the 70s, basketball players, they would get into a fight. We get blew out. Somebody getting knocked out.
Lambeer out here.
Yes, clotheslining. Yes.
You gotta have some fight in you.
You gotta have some fight in you, or else everybody's gonna continue to run over you like that. And we literally had no fight. Yeah. I was looking like, I bet nobody get a jersey signed out this way. You better not ask for a signed jersey after that. You better.
That would be out of pocket.
Yeah, out of pocket, man. You get beat down like that? No, man. We can't be friends after that, dog. Talk to me later.
Ooh, that was bad, man.
Then on the ball possession chart, when it said how Detroit got the ball during the game, first possession got on kickoff, then ball obtained, interception, punt, downs, kickoff, fumble, interception, fumble. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, how they obtained the ball? Kickoff. Every
That's every time you get in the rock.
Kickoff.
It's nasty work.
Kickoff. Downs.
That's nasty work.
That's you getting it handed to you. But I will go back and re-say this again. This is a football team that I would not be surprised if they're playing on Super Sunday. Detroit.
No, that's a good team. That's a really good team. Yeah,
that's a good football team. If we look around right now in the NFC, Hek'ma, come on now.
They good.
Come on, Hek'ma.
Come on, man. I'm sour. All right. And I'm sore. that's what the butt whoopers that last for a few days.
Yes, they took that whooping stick to you. But look at what they did in Minnesota yesterday.
Yeah. And this, I'm telling you, Dan Campbell, it is a good football team. But Dan Campbell will get in the way. Just mark my words. He will make a decision.
That's you hoping.
That's what I'm hoping.
You hoping.
That's what Yeah, they beat our ass, dog. They did. I'm so mad at Detroit right now. I don't want to see nothing from Detroit.
But Minnesota got
buffs,
some.
nothing.
So Minnesota went up there and got a little taste. Look at that. I mean, they came out and Aaron Jones ran right in the end zone. So it looked like, look at Minnesota, we coming to go. But Detroit, man, that's a good football team because they're good up front,
right,
offensively and defensively. They're good up front. The offensive line protects the quarterback. They have a run game. Aaron Glenn is really doing a nice job defensively, and this is without Ivory LT.
Oh yeah,
they've got to go make a change since you got to make some type of trade to help out the defense here since 8.
And that's another big problem for them. Missing him. I think. I mean, you talk about what he did for them as far as the defense. Like everything ran off of the pressure that he was providing. Without it, I mean, where does it come from? Because he's playing a lot of man on that backside, and that could be a problem. I mean, either way it goes, could be a problem for them. But
right now,
not right now. It ain't. They good.
I would imagine the team that goes to the Super Bowl from the NFC is going to be a North team. The way they're early on right now, be it the Detroit or Green Bay,
Minnesota up there. I mean, they loaded. I don't believe in Sam Darnold though. But
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, I don't believe in Sam.
And with Hutchinson being gone, it helps the Packers a little bit. But I just look at it right now. I mean, I don't think anybody from the East is going to do it, and clearly we see a lot of warts out of the West. And right now, I look up the North and say, okay, the old NFC North division, they're tough.
But y'all know how the playoffs are. Y'all know how the playoffs are. It's
true.
It's playoff football is a whole nother beast. And you come out of that first week bye. If Detroit gets the 1 seed, because that's what they're looking like right now. Hey, there could still be some trouble out there for them.
Yeah, it's all about who's hot.
You spend 2 weeks, and you get a week off, and people blowing you up, making you feel good, and people start talking Super Bowl around you. So you can eat the cheese.
I was a part of that. 2016. 13-3.
Finish this fight.
They ain't finished.
Number 1 seed.
Aaron did y'all, boy.
He did y'all with that, man. We were young. We just wasn't ready. Then wild card went all the way to the AFC Championship. So it's you got to get out at the right time.
That brought up old stuff, man. That hurt. He'd have hurt yourself, man. My bad.
Your head coach did you in. All right. Hek'ma Harrison, Barry Church. I'm Newy Scruggs. More of the Players Lounge next right here on DallasCowboys.com.
My question.
Hey, Danny McCray here for Smoothie King. You know every great workout deserves a great reward. So treat yourself right with new coconut smoothie bowls. Made with real fruit, crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, creamy coconut, and topped with the chocolate hazelnut or honey drizzle. With 2 new flavors, it's perfect for you and the workout buddy. So you both can stay on track even after you leave the track. Scoop up new coconut smoothie bowls only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2024 NFL season, Boss teamed up with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection. The Boss Cowboys collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Arriving just in time for the start of the season, the distinctive attire from the latest Boss Cowboys expansion offers sports aficionados and true bosses the chance to show their team spirit and style. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. # be your own boss.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1. Any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12. No crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31. Anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Hey parents, get ready for a spooktacular time at Little Stars presented by Nuna on Wednesday, October 30th. This free Halloween-themed event is perfect for your little pumpkins age 5 and under. Join us from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. for fun activities, silly games, and lots of treats. Visit stardistrict.com for more information.
All right, Hek'ma Harrison, appreciate you. This is Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Game. We got Barry Church. Did Toledo win this week, by the way?
Yeah, they did. I believe they beat Northern. I gotta look that up though.
Northern Iowa?
Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois. Oh,
it's rolling.
Northern Illinois. I mean, they didn't.
They smacked up on Notre Dame. That was it.
Brother took a few weeks off, like the Saints. We won that game. Had a party. And we ain't recovered since.
Ain't been no parade since. ain't been no parade since. See what they say? Will it make you laugh or make you cry?
Man.
You see what happened to them? You can't. All right.
Somebody shooting your wad up, boy. That's it.
That was exactly what that was.
No, they got that dub, and you ain't heard from them.
And Alvin Kamara is talking about letting me up out of here. Whatever happened? I thought Alvin Kamara was back.
And I got the whole. There's some kind of stat where they talk about what Dennis Allen's record is against winning teams. Anyway, it's bad. It's bad. They're like, fire this man. I mean, it is. I'm telling you, man. Saint fan went from your social media page to talking big noise to now you can't find him, man.
Spencer Rattler looked terrible.
Find him.
Oh my goodness.
Spencer Rattler.
Oh my goodness.
Rookie.
Well, looked terrible.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
brother.
Good luck to them. So this week we could see the return of Micah Parsons, which would be good for the Cowboys. Could see the return of Run CMC for the 49ers. Some guys that obviously need to get back who are key integral parts of what's going on here. I'm just going to be really interested to see how this game goes because McCarthy is good after a bye week. And just, do you have some personal pride at this point in time?
Like you guys just said, you got to have some fight. And hopefully, I don't know what the word is on Bland, but hopefully he's able to come in there because I feel like you got to, if you got Bland in there and he's able to return to even 75% of what he was last year,
right?
You got 3 corners that can lock up. You got Diggs, you got Bland, and Jay Lou, to me, has been playing unbelievable ball in that slot. You got to lock up on the outside, and enough with this too-highness. You got to bring a safety down in the box. You got to have more than they can block. You got to stop the run. That's got to be the key in this situation. You got to lock up on the outside, bring them guys in the box, and focus up in on this run. You got to force Brock Purdy to go out there and beat you with your arm. If he's able to go out there and throw for 370 and 4 tubs, then you got to tip the hat. Hey, you played a hell of a game. You did your game.
Yeah.
But if you go out there and you let this team get extra balanced on you, it's not Foster. What's my man's running back for the 49ers now? Mason. If you let there go out, Mason go out there and run for over 100 yards, and Brock Purdy's able to sprinkle in 2 and some change and a couple touchdowns, it's going to be a blowout. You got to make this team be one-dimensional, and I feel like the key to that is you got to lock up on the outside. No Ayuk. Who knows what Deebo Samuel's going to look like out there? You got to be able to lock up Kittle, but if you're able to do that, you got to force it on Brock Purdy's shoulders because we just saw this last game against Kansas City Chiefs, even though they have a great defense, the man was out there throwing some picks, man. And they were bad picks. It wasn't like they was tipped up. They were some bad interceptions thrown. All right? And if you're able to get the bazooka back and he's able to get some pressure in there, this is a winnable game. This is a winnable game for the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm going to go back to something you said a long time ago, Barry,
With
about
the rebuild? You talking about?
No. I swear, dog.
My bad.
Why y'all got to deal with y'all?
All in.
All in. No, that's not what I was talking about.
No,
I'm going back to what you said about Eric Kendricks. When we first hired Eric Kendricks, you were one of the main people saying, look, I think it's a quality get, but how durability. He's going to miss some games. And we saw that first game that he missed, that green dot situation was bad. And getting lined up,
everything.
All of those things started to play a part in the Cowboys defensively coming unravel. And obviously having Micah back, I think it will help. But how is Zim going to use Micah? Because I think Micah's going to be compromised in some way, too, with a high ankle sprain. Nobody's come back 100% from a high ankle sprain. So what is that even going to look like? Defensively, we just have to figure out a way to get our linebackers in better space. Damone Clark, for whatever he is or whatever he isn't, we got to find some ways to use this guy. Okay, in those rundowns, if he can be effective for us, we need extra help.
That's it.
We need extra help. All right, we need extra bodies to throw at this problem because being short Nealon, being short Williams, Sam Williams, I think those injuries and even Tank, you're starting to see like those injuries. I think this running game has no shot whatsoever. But if you don't have a leader in there like Eric Kendricks, I just saw this defense fall completely apart in the second half. And whether Trayvon Diggs knew it or not, we had no shot, no chance. His effort was one of the ones that you go and look, man, it's hard to do anything when your main guy is playing like that.
Yeah, that's bad.
By the way, on the sheet of integrity, after the bye week, Hek'ma, you had the Cowboys 4-2. I had the Cowboys 3-3. Church, you had them 2-4.
Somewhere in there's the truth.
Yeah, it's in the middle somewhere.
Somewhere the truth is in there. Who did we have? Don't even tell me. Who did we have? Did you pick San Francisco?
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, we did.
We all did. Oh, no!
And this is a game that I might even switch.
No!
Switch. We'll find out on Thursday.
This is the only time you had the Cowboys with back-to-back losses.
No!
You had them losing to the Lions and the Niners,
Sheet of integrity.
Oh!
This is a winnable game. Winnable game, man.
So, Church, you had 2-4 at this point. I had them 3-3. Hek'ma, you had them 4-2. So, but in the two losses, you had the Ravens and the Lions, and you were correct on.
I was.
Sheet of integrity right there. You were right there, man. You were right there.
I miss Baltimore for sure.
Man, that was
Ravens and who?
We all had Baltimore losing on the sheet of integrity.
Okay.
We all had Baltimore losing there.
Oh my God.
No, the sheet of integrity. You were there. You were right there. We all right there. And then you had them losing. We all had them losing to Detroit, and we all had them losing to the 49ers.
Yeah.
We all had them beating Atlanta the week after the 49er game, and we all have them beating the Eagles. November 10. We all have them. We all have them losing to Houston on the 18th.
That Giants game changed your mind?
I don't know, man. That's back to back. That's back to back,
on,
man.
Your boy Danny Dimes has not scored a touchdown at home.
Is he gonna be in the game?
They might have some Drew Lock up in that mud.
No, the NFC East is an interesting place to be.
Yeah.
Because you guys are. A lot of people were higher on the Commanders than I was, but that defense, Dan Quinn got them. That's another level.
I had them in the
Armstrong, they out, man.
I had them in the playoffs.
Talk about depth.
Yeah. Shut up, man.
You see that man?
Why you have to say depth? You messy as hell, man.
I'm just saying, man.
That's a good way to end this. We're going to end this with Barry being messy. Thank you, Hek'ma Harrison. Thank you, Barry Church. I'm Newy Scruggs. Thanks to Crispine, Jazz, Josh. The Messy Players Lounge brought to you
60
by
yards. I said, wait a second.
Aristocrat Game. Oh, we need to pick games tonight, right? We got Monday Night Football.
Give me
We got Monday Night Football here. We got two games. We got two games here. We got two games.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Two games. Our two games.
We got Chargers and the Cardinals and Baltimore versus the Bake Show.
Okay, so which one is isn't one exclusively on ESPN Plus?
That's the one out west. That's the Cardinals.
That the West, yeah. You put the Cardinals on something like that. Maybe do you really want to watch?
I ain't watching that.
Who you going with?
Okay, so
Bake Show been playing though.
What's the line? What
is
we
it
looking
in Baltimore?
It is in Tampa.
Ooh,
Raymond James.
Ooh, Bake been playing though.
Baltimore at Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
2-4 and 2 teams.
Give me Baltimore to win.
Ooh,
24.
Dipped.
24-19.
24-19.
24-19. Give me Baltimore.
Hey, Newy, I'm going Bodymore Murderland with your wire watching.
Hey, there it is.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 17-14.
Yeah, give me King Henry and them boys 31-24.
Man, that's the good one now. That's the good one.
You know who I'm rocking with. Boy, Herb.
You going with Herb?
Give me Herb. Give me Herb and the Chargers.
They playing in Arizona.
Yeah, give me Herb and them Chargers, man.
Okay.
Give me Herb and them Chargers. It's gonna be 20-17.
You picked the Jets too last night too.
I did.
Yeah, seat of integrity.
I did.
Hey man, listen, man. When we doing our picks, don't send us no news article, man, to go look up your picks, man. Who you think you are? Hey, you think we go? Hey, this is where my picks are. What? I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. This group chat talk right now.
The Chargers to win tonight. The Chargers to win tonight in a close football game.
Everybody going for the Chargers.
24-20. You going with the Call of Duty?
You know what? Just cause you said
Short
that.
King, man.
Just cause you said, I'm going with the Chargers.
Oompa Loompas?
They got the Lollipop Kids today. Now give me the Chargers.
Yeah, let's do it.
You got a score for them?
Oh, boy. I'm going to go 24. Let's go 24-20.
All right, that's what I did. All right, man. Anyway, you wanted picks, I sent you picks, man. That's all I can say.
Nah, you see.
I knew he scrubbed. Still players lounge. Rashad gave me good night.
Who does that?
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!